So now we will see input attribute size in input field. So guys, basically the input size attribute specifies the visible width in characters of an input field. So basically the size attribute is responsible in order to specify the visible width of the input text box. The default value for the size, that is the width of the text box, is 20 that we have seen so far, and it is very important to note that the size attribute only works with following input types, that is text, search, telephone number, URL, email ID and password. So guys, basically these are the only input fields on which the size attribute can be implemented, and you can simply increase or decrease the width of that input field as far as UI, which means user interface, is concerned. So let us check this with the help of examples in VS Code over here. So previously we had seen the different attributes that are value, then we had also seen read only attribute and the disabled attribute as well. Now let us have another input, and this time we will have the input field of the type search over here, so that we can increase the width or decrease the width of this particular input field. So we are going to have the input tag along with the type search, and over here for the name part we will provide the value as search, and for the ID as well we will provide the value as search in this case. Let me provide the label as well before the input field, and for the for attribute we will provide the value as search over here, and the label that we will provide is search your term or phrase. So we have a very simple statement over here, that is search your term or phrase, which is the part of the label, and the user can simply provide a term or a phrase as well, having list of words based on the requirements. So guys, by default the size of this particular input field will be 20. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, we have got search your term or phrase, and then we have this input field over here, for which the width is 20 right now by default. Let me just provide couple of line breaks over here after this input field, so that the submit button is displayed on the next line. So let me just reload this page once again on the browser after providing the line breaks. So as you can see, the width of this particular input field is 20 right now by default. So let us say we want to increase the width so that the user is able to search for some term over here. So let's say programming for beginners, which is the name of this YouTube channel that you should definitely subscribe if you have not done so. So basically when we provide programming for beginners over here, as you can see, not the entire phrase can be seen within this particular width of the input field, which is 20 by default. So let us say we want to provide the size as 40 in this case. So simply we can provide size and then provide a number, that is 40 over here. By default it is set to 20 in other input fields wherever we don't provide the size attribute. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the width of this input field is increased now, and we can say programming for beginners. So this phrase we can easily see without actually scrolling horizontally, and again we can provide more characters over here on the right. So we can say please subscribe. So as you can see, the entire phrase can be seen right now, and then further we can type more content over here, HTML tutorial. So the longer the phrase, the characters on the left hand side will quote on the extreme left over here, so that it is not visible right now within the same input field. So guys, this is the main reason to use the size attribute in order to increase the width of a particular input field where the user is expected to provide the large input in the form of text phrases. We can also decrease the size of this input field. So let's say we make the size as 10 over here. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, the size of this input field is now smaller compared to the default size, which is 20 right now, which can be seen on the other input fields as well. So guys, in this way you can easily set the size attribute to any of the input fields, provided the type of the input fields belong to text, search, telephone number, URL, email and password. So comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is input attribute max length in input field. So stay tuned.